said, call Barbie back. Got a story for you, call Barbie back. She said, call Barbie back. Got a story for you, call Barbie back. She said, call Barbie back. You know.
Girl, we got so much to catch up on. Let's talk. Hi, you guys. My name is Makia, or you can call me Kia, or you can even say Barbie. Let's go. Because that's what people used to say that I look like in high school and things of that nature. Now, I'm going to tell you about this boy that I dated my freshman year of college. But I was actually on break when I actually bumped into him. And this is actually going to become like a series or whatever. So I cannot wait to tell you guys about this mother boy. I'm going to really try not to cuss in this video, but I do cuss. I'm not going to say a lot, but I do. Cuss words are definitely in my vocab. But I am trying to like work on that. I really am. So I had two names for this boy, and then I actually have a journal right here so I don't miss anything in my story. But I had named him two different names, and then like randomly when I was in my bedroom I had thought of a better name, but I did not write it down. So unfortunately we about to just pull one out of thin air, and I'm just gonna call him Model, because he looked like he could be a model. Like, the boy looked really cute. He was. That's my type. Anyways, you guys, so I'm gonna give you a background story before I actually hop into this. And also, if I look down, it's because I am looking at my notes and I don't want to miss anything. So yeah, his name was Model, and I was actually a freshman in college when I met him, but I was on winter break. Keep that in mind, I was on winter break, so I was not in my dorm room. I was back home. Now, mind you, where I lived and also where I worked was literally 15 minutes away from my school. So, boom. I used to work at the commissary, and the commissary is basically a store on a military base that veterans and active military get to shop at, and it's like discounted price. Well, at least it's supposed to be, and then it's also tax free. So we're gonna call him Model. That is his name for the story, and I ended up dating him a portion of my freshman year of college. Okay. Okay, so this is Model, y'all. This is Model. This is Model. This is Model. And I'm calling him Model because he was so cute, and I like cute men. I like cute ninjas. Like, I love them. That is my type. Yeah, I went from like to love because yes, I love them. And he was just giving model vibes, like the face, the bone structure, like the hair texture, the skin, like everything about him, the height, everything was there for me. So yeah, okay. Alright, so let's get into it, y'all. Boom. So I'm at the commissary and I was a bagger, so I'm bagging the groceries and I'm talking to my friend, and like we're ha ha he, and you know, like we're really goofy. This was my best friend. So I'm talking to my best friend and I'm like bagging the groceries, and lo and behold, I seen this cute boy walking with a buggy down the aisle. So I was like, okay, well, if he comes to my register, I'll just, you know, swap with my friends, and I'm going to bag his groceries and walk him out, because that's what we did. We had to bag the groceries and walk the groceries out with the customer, and that's how we made our money. That's how we, you know, they would give us tips. So I'm like, okay, well, if he comes to my line, I'm gonna swap with my best friend because I want to take him out. Like, who is this boy? So I'm sitting there with my friend, of course, and he's walking. I'm like, oh my god, he's about to come to my freaking cash register. I was wrong. He ended up making a left. So I was low key like, because I've never seen this boy before. Like, some of the active military would come in, but they wouldn't come in often. Like they would come in during like lunchtime, and I probably just see them once or twice, and that would be it for that. So I knew that he was active military because he had on his he had on his uniform. So like I said, he's walking. I'm getting excited because it literally looks like he's about to walk to my register. Like, I'm looking at my friend like, girl, do you see him? Like, I think he is so cute. And so she was like, yes, he is cute, and I'm gay, and I can tell you that he's cute. So I was like, exactly. So I know that he is. So I'm getting hyped. Like, I'm hyping. I'm like, girl, if he come here, we're gonna have to switch. Da da da. So cool. He's walking. He goes to the left, so I am mad. So he makes a left. I'm just like, great. So I was going back and forth in my head while I was bagging my customers' groceries. Do I just stay, bag his stuff, and then hope that I see model again? Or do I say, screw this customer and actually go to where model is going and then just be his bagger? I was like, okay, well, I could either follow him or I can wait here. Follow him or wait here. And I was just like, no, what if I don't see him again? What if he's one and done? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to actually follow him and steal him from a different bagger, right? So that's exactly what I did. I had left my register. I had went to the register that he was at, and he was like putting his groceries up. You know, the cashier is talking to him or whatever. I was just like, in my head, not too much. That's on me, not too much. But the person that like he was talking to was like an older woman, but not too much, lady. Not too much. I know that's gonna be my man. Okay, so yeah, the cashier is talking to him. Blah 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 blah. All right, boom. So it was actually a guy that was like bagging his stuff up. And so I didn't know how I wanted to approach it. So the guy who's bagging his stuff, I was just like, I want to tell him the truth because he was around my age or whatever. So I had told him like, oh my gosh, I think he's so cute. Like, let me bag him. And I gave him the $2, and the guy was like, okay, cool, whatever. Let me go to the back of the line. So he went to the back of the line. Cool. So I'm hyped, y'all. I'm like, okay, I'm about to back model, but y'all, I had to come up with a game plan. Like, what is my game plan to talk to this boy? Because first of all, I don't shoot my shot. I don't see no point. I mean, I'm the girl. I'm the girl. Like, why am I shooting my shot at a ninja? Like, why am I doing it? But you guys don't understand. This boy was fine. So as I'm begging, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what do I say to him? Like, is he going to ask for my number? Will he think that I'm cute? Like, I don't want to come on too strong. Da da da. So I have dialogue in my head or whatever, and the person next to me was this boy who had a crush on me, and he was just like, really, my kid, you're gonna do that? And I'm like, all them girls that you be thirsting over, yeah, I'm about to do this. So he was just like, okay, I'm gonna remember that. I might even tell your mom. So I was like, oh my gosh, I did not have my mom in my business for real. Especially if I wasn't in a relationship with somebody. Like, why does my mom have to know anything? Like, what? So I'm like, okay, whatever. I brushed him off because I literally have to have a game plan. Like, you are, shut up. So the whole time, like, he's teasing me while I'm like bagging and stuff like that. He's bagging too, but he's teasing me the whole time. So by the time we were at the end of the transaction, I had looked up and I had locked eyes with model, and model just gave me like this cute like smile. It was just like, I was trying to describe the smile, but I don't want to describe the smile. It was just like, all I can say was like, it was just a nice smile. It was just a nice smile. And so I was like, okay, like the way he's smiling, he might think that I'm cute. So anyways, after all the groceries was put into the cart, I had went over to the side, and I had waited for him to like pay for his transaction. So the guy that had left from that position, I went to the back of the line, he was just like, I don't think you can get his number. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, you heard me. I said exactly what I said. I was like, okay, well, how about I bet all the money in my pocket, and you bet all the money in your pocket, and we gonna see. So he was like, I don't know. And I was like, well, I mean, why would you say that? Like, if you're so confident, let's do it. And mind you, we had only been at the commissary like for 2 hours, and it was super slow, like super slow. So we honestly probably didn't even make $20 yet. It was not that many customers that day. It was very light, and that was how I was able to even spot model, because we was not busy at all. So he was like, all right, cool, whatever, I'll bet whatever I got in my pocket, and you bet whatever you got in your pocket. So I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. So we just talking ish to each other or whatever, and finally he comes outside. Then we started talking and stuff, and I was just like, oh, hey, how are you doing today? And he was like, oh, I'm doing good, especially after I lay my eyes on you. And so I was just like, because y'all, mind you, this was my freshman year, so I was only 18 years old, and 18, a boy could tell you anything. You just be like, you're all giddy. So he told me that, and I was giddy, because like I wanted him. I was on the prowl, like I am the lion, and you are my prey. And you're just giving it up so easy like that? Yeah, I'm smiling. I am smiling. So, yeah, he said what he said, and I'm all giddy, and I'm just like, oh, really? That's how you feel? And he was like, yeah, that's how I feel. So I was like, okay, well, what's your name? And he told me, yeah, my name is Model, da, da, da. And I was just like, well, Model, I've never seen you out here before. This is my first time seeing you, and I've been at this job for like 2 years already. And he was like, yeah, I literally just got here like 3 months ago, and I'm fairly new. I was like, okay, well, have you ever actually come into this commissary before? And he said, no, this is my first time. So then in my head, I'm like, yes, I am the first person that bagged his stuff, took him out, was having a conversation with him, and I'm about to put my dibs on him, like, honestly. Because no, I don't want no one else talking to him or none of that. Like, no. There was some thirsty girls up in this store. So I want to say it was really 2 girls that was thirsty. But the second one had came like way after this conversation. She came like 2 years after, but it don't matter. It was thirsties up in this store. So he had told me that. I was like, okay, cool. Well, I live around this area, honestly. Well, obviously. But I live like 15 minutes away, and I've worked here for X amount of years, and yeah. So he was like, okay, well, how old are you? And I told him my age. Well, I'm 18. And then he told me his age, and he was just a year older than me. So I really like that, because I don't like older guys, and I don't like young guys. So it like really worked out. A year is not that bad. Like, we're just conversing, and like we're flirting and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I had seen you in the line, like, yeah, actually you caught my eye. And he was like, yeah, I've kind of figured that I did, because I seen that you was at one register, and then you ended up at mine. And I was like, okay, well, if you seen that I was at that register, and you think that I'm cute or whatever, why didn't you come to my register? Like, are you just saying that I'm cute because you seen that I'm chasing you? Or like, this is what I was thinking in my head, like, because you think I'm chasing you, or do you actually think that I'm cute? Like, what's tea? What's up? So he was just like, I just seen that you already had a customer. I just wanted to go to an empty lane. That's it. That's all. And I knew I was gonna come back, and I was just hoping that I was gonna see you. So I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. So he was like, well, since you're my bagger today, I really want to get your number, if that's cool with you. So I was just like, yeah, you can get my number. Yes, you can get my number. Yes, you can get my number. But it was more so like, I was screaming on the inside. I wasn't like screaming on the outside. But when I tell you I was screaming, because I was like, yeah, that's what it felt like. I gave him a shot. So I was just like super happy. Okay, cool. And then he made it like so easy. It was no one on defense. Like, no one was trying to block my shot or nothing. Like, he just, all right, whatever. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'll give you my number. Gave it to him. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. I'm smiling from ear to ear when I go back inside, and I'm gonna be honest, like, I could not contain it. I could not hold it. So old boy was like, I know I lost my money then. I was like, yeah, you did. What you thought? What did you think? Like, what did you think? Like, a pretty girl like me, why couldn't I get his number? Like, I was talking my ish. Like, obviously, I was scared to approach him. Like, I was not as confident as I was making it out to him. But no, I'm about to talk my ish. So yeah, he was like, okay, whatever. Reached into his pocket and was about to give me his money. I was like, nah, I don't want it. I just wanted to prove a point. Nah, I was gonna get his number anyway, or at least try to. But I told him I was just trying to prove a point. So yeah. So you're not supposed to have your phone at work. Well, I mean, you can have your phone at work, but you're not supposed to be texting while you're on the floor. You're not supposed to be texting while you're on the floor. And I could not help it, y'all. As soon as I got that boy's number, I texted him like, okay, this is my number, lock me in, blah, blah, blah. And we were just texting fast. Like the messages like this. As soon as I send it, he send it. As soon as he send it, I send it. As soon as like that's literally I'm not even exaggerating, y'all. It was literally like this. So I was feeling myself. I felt like I was hot stuff. Like I was hot stuff. That is exactly how I was feeling. So he like really like made me feel the type of way I was at work, and yeah, I was like super happy, still super giddy. Like I didn't even care if I didn't. Oh, I'm moving too fast, y'all. I didn't even tell you how much this boy tipped me, y'all. He tipped me $50, y'all. So like I was really happy, and he was driving a nice car, and I'm like, first of all, what rank is he? And he just giving out $50. So I was questioning, like, I had questions. I was like, okay, well, did he give me the 50 because he think I'm cute and I gave him my number? Or did he give me the 50 because he was gonna give a 50 regardless to whoever backed him? Okay, so did he give me this 50 because he think I'm cute? Or blah, 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 blah. So I was going back and forth, like, in my head. So actually, the boy, he was like, okay, well, how much money did he give you? And y'all, I downplayed it and said $20 because, no, you're not going to ask for me to give you a portion of my $50 because I already knew him and he do stuff like that. So I was just like, he gave me $20. He was like, oh, okay. He must really like you. And then he walked away or whatever. But yeah, baby, I already know if I told him that boy gave me $50, he would have been like, oh, give me some of that because one, that was my customer, and two, I helped you. I already know. So I didn't even want to, I lied to him, but I told everybody else. So anyways, oh, this is going to be a long video. If you're still here, thank you. I love you very much. But yeah, so I'm texting him, he's texting me, blah, 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 blah. It's like the conversation is flowing so easily. I'm like, do you want to hang out tomorrow? Don't ever do that, girls. I will tell y'all this, if like you're not dating already, or if you don't even know no better, don't ever make, I know that I approached the boy, that's by case. Like honestly, a lot of people say you shouldn't approach a boy. All right, you are the one that decides if you will or will not, but you should not be the first person to make plans. I will tell you that. So I texted him and I was just like, oh yeah, well, can we hang out tomorrow, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, oh, I can't tomorrow. I'm going on a weekend trip to DC because that's where he was from. So I couldn't see him then. So I did feel some type of way. I'm not gonna lie, I did. I was upset because I'm like, dang, I wanted to see this boy tomorrow. Like, our chemistry is like really, really good. So over the weekend, we were like texting and things of that nature. And then I wanted to FaceTime him because it's like, yeah, we talked while, I took your groceries out, but it's like, that was just like basic, like, where are you from? How old are you? Blah, blah, like, what's your name? That's like a basic conversation. Like, I can talk to an 80-year-old with that same dialogue and feel like, oh yeah, like me and this person could be besties. I could talk to an 80-year-old man and be like, yeah, we could be besties. Like, or, you know what? I could talk to a 5-year-old and be like, oh my gosh, you could be my like little cousin. You know what? Like, I could talk to a girl my same age and be like, oh my gosh, we mesh so well. Yes, this is going to be my new friend. No. So I want to know, like, if we actually had chemistry and if we gelled and mixed and all of that good stuff. I wanted to know. So I had asked him, like, yeah, can we get on FaceTime? Because I wanted to see what he would, talk about. And I wanted to see if the conversation just flowed naturally and easily. And I also wanted to hear his voice again, because if you have a certain voice, I don't like you. I want to know if you cuss as well. Like, I just want to know all of that stuff. So when I had today, he said he's about to go out with his friends and he'll call me like after they get back from the club, and he never did, which was okay, but I did feel type of way. I'm like, dang, I couldn't even see you after I asked you to, and you couldn't even give me a FaceTime call. Like, what, boy? So yeah, I did feel type of way about that. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, boom. Fast forward. We ended up linking like the next weekend because he was back and things like that. Now this is the kicker, y'all. I had came home from winter break, and I couldn't just walk out the house. I had to tell them like where I was going and who I was going with and things of that nature. So this day I just decided to lie because I didn't feel like telling them, yeah, I'm about to hang out with this boy that I met on Bigs, blah 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 blah. No, because you're gonna ask a million different questions and then really want me to be back home early. Like, no. So I had told them that I was staying over at my friend's house, who lived at the back of my neighborhood, because my neighborhood was super big, y'all. It was super big, and she stayed like a couple neighborhoods behind me. So I was like, yeah, I'm staying at such and such house. Eventually, I'm gonna give her a name in different stories because she will be in my other stories, but she don't need a name right now. I'm like, yeah, I'm staying at her house, and they was like, okay, cool, well, have fun, blah blah blah. So honestly, I didn't know if I was gonna like stay with him that night or not. So I didn't want to tell him like, yeah, I'm gonna be back at such and such time. Wrong, I'm not doing it. So a friend, they had invited me to go to a kickback. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, I could invite old dude and we can go to the kickback together. And like, yeah, I could be around him, around other people. He pulled up in a taxi at my house at first. And I was pissed, y'all. I was so pissed. I was so mad. Because I'm like, if my parents look out this daggone house and they see a taxi, they're going to be like, who is this person? And then I was also mad because I have a little sister and her nosy. Nosy. My room was in the back of the house and her room is in the front of the house, and so she was just like looking and stuff, or I don't know if she was actually looking, but she would do that anytime there would be a car coming up to the house. She'll be like, my kid, who is that? My kid, who is that? My kid, who is that? So I was irritated, so I grabbed my phone so quick, y'all know. Like, what are you doing? Like, I need you to, like, what are you doing? You need to go back to the park. Or I don't even know if you even seen where the park was. You need to take your ASS back to the park. Like, I was like, which I this is my phone and this is my hand making all this. I couldn't even call him. I had to text him. So as soon as the text hit his phone, I seen the taxi drive off, and I was like, good. Like, y'all, that was like, it gave me the ick. Before this thing, the ick was out, bitch. I was getting the ick all the time from men. I was just always getting it, y'all. I was getting the ick when I was in high school, and he just brought it out again. And so I was just like, dude, I told your ASS to go to the park. Like, why are you pulling up in front of my house? Like, no, that's not how my house operate. Like, some parents, they don't care who you hang out with or who you're with. Mine do. Take your ASS on. Like, ninja, you don't listen. So anyways, he goes to the park. I'm like, bye, you guys. Like, I'm going to go see my friend. They were like, okay, bye, be safe, blah, blah, blah. Because I would walk to her house. So, boom. I ended up walking to the park. I seen him. And this is what also blew me, y'all. The taxi pulled off. He's standing at the park. with his hands in his pockets, smiling at me. What are you smiling at? Why? Excuse my French. Why aren't you sitting in the taxi? Why are you out of the car, bro? Now we have to walk. We have to walk to my friend's house. Like, I don't know if he thought that it was close, but no, it was not. Yeah, he gotta get out the car. And I'm just like, which I feel like he should have known better because the entrance of my neighborhood is so long. And then you have a subdivision right here, a subdivision right here, a subdivision right here. You keep going down and then it branches off. You can either take a left or a right. All right, and he took the direction he took. And then you see a subdivision right here, and then you see another subdivision right here, and then you see mine. But you also see that the road keeps going. So that's why I'm just like, why did you get out the daggone taxi? But okay, whatever. It's whatever. You're cute. I'm gonna let it slide. Like, whatever. So I give him a hug. And, you know, we're saying, like, how are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Y'all know. Y'all know. Basic stuff, basic stuff, basic stuff. So, let me cross that off my list. Yeah, okay, cool. So, we're walking, stuff like that. And when I tell you guys, because we never actually got on the phone to FaceTime. We just never did. We just never did. I don't know. We just never did. When I say that the conversation was flowing so easily, the conversation was flowing so easily. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I knew this man for like, you know how you just click with people? That's how me and him clicked. Like we just automatically clicked. And I'm just like, dang, for like I know this boy. Like there's no way. So I was like super, super happy. He's sitting like a man should on the outside, like near the road, and like he's just he has his arm around me, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I like him, like he's already asserting his energy, like yes, 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 yes. So I was like, okay, I like him, and so we're getting to know each other and things like that, and I ended up going to my friend's house. So I kept knocking and knocking, but no one was home. So I'm like, what the heck? Like, did she cancel the kickback? Because if she did, I don't know what me and dude gonna do because, like, we're not going back to my place. So I ended up calling her, and she was like, oh yeah, I moved it to old boy house. Like, that's where it's gonna be. So thank God, he only lived like 2 minutes away from her by feet, so we just walked there. So we're at the kickback. I really don't have nothing to say. It was just like super chill. It wasn't too many people. It's probably like 10 of us, and we're just like listening to music, eating wings and pizza, blah 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 blah. Now, one thing I want to say about him was he kept checking up on me throughout the kickback, and then like when I was done eating my food, he was like, oh, I can take your food for you. And I'm just like, the bar's in hell, because I was just like, wow, like, that's so sweet of you. Like, no one's really done that for me, for real. Like, especially, like, during our first encounter, for real, like, hanging out, I was like, oh, he is so sweet. Like, I really like this. Like, yes, I love this for me. So I was like, okay. And he went and he threw it away. Now, mind you, I actually will throw this into the story, which has nothing to do with me and model. It has nothing to do with us. But the girl who invited me to the kickback was a really good friend of mine. But she had a baby daddy, you guys, and we ended up at the baby daddy's like parents' house, and that's where we were at. And they weren't together no more. They were no longer together. And so the whole time we were at the kickback, she was just trying to get his attention. Like, she over there like dancing and I don't get up, but like dancing and twerking, and just like every time she was twerking, like I saw her look over at him. Y'all, this guy was paying her to, mind you, was there any girls in there? It was just me and her, and then the rest were males. So she's just over there just like every so often, yeah, she would look up and look at the board, and this was all night, y'all, and I'm looking at him too, because I peeped what was going on, and girl, he talking to his homeboy, like he was not paying her no mind. So I was like, dang, this is so awkward. Okay, whatever, cool, I peeped it. Me and Model were just laughing together and talking, because I don't know if he peeped it or whatever. But anyways, that was that. So then all the guys, they had ended up leaving, and my homegirl was about to leave. But Model was like, I really had a great time with you, and things like that. And I know they were supposed to exchange gifts, because mind you guys, this was actually Christmas Eve, and me and him had said that we were going to exchange gifts for Christmas, and it was so cute. I told him that the budget was $25, but y'all went above the budget. I think I did like $100. So he had gave me like candy from like his favorite candy place. Why was he gave me candy? Oh, he gave me spray from Bath and Body Works, so he stayed within the budget. I ended up getting him cologne from Zara, a North Face book bag. It was tan. It was really, really cute. And then I also got him like a North Face like winter headband. Oh, it was fire. It was fire. It was fire. My gift was fire, y'all. And so he was like really excited, and like we were just bonding over the gifts and things like that. So yeah, that was that. I was like, okay, this don't have to be my man, because one, we're clicking so easily. Two, you're a gentleman. And three, you bought like, yeah, I like my spray. I don't wear Bath and Body Works spray, but yeah, I like my spray. And you went to your favorite candy store? Like, yes, you went to your favorite candy store? Like, yes, I'm like, this don't be my man. And you throw away my trash, you're gonna be my motherfucking man. So I'm gonna fast forward anyway, y'all. He ended up taking me on dates and things of that nature. And everything was like literally perfect. Like I was getting spoiled. Mind you, I'm just an 18-year-old girl. Like I never really had a boyfriend. Like I dated before, which you guys will get story times on that, but this was all new to me. So yeah, I felt pretty quick. Pretty quick. Now mind you, I liked him because he was so perfect to me, like the looks, the way he dressed. And let me tell you how I like men to dress. I liked him to dress like YNs, if that makes sense. Like you got on like tight skinny jeans with the Jordans, or you got on Air Force Ones and you got like on a tight like shirt. Like it could be like just a plain white tee, or like a plain black tee. Like y'all know what I'm talking. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That is what I liked. That is what I like. That is what I like. So you know, like the DMV type style. Y'all know what I'm tight top, tight pants. And you got on some type of shoes. That's what I don't like those fashion like that was not my cup of tea back then. So yeah, he was perfect look wise, dress wise. He treated me well. He was sweet, and he was very charming. All the things that I liked. And then like I said, it felt like I knew this boy like forever. Now I'm about to actually get close to the end of this story time. Like some of the dates we went on, we went to the arcade, the movies. We did like the 4D movies. Dinner. He took me to nice dinner spots. When I say nice, y'all, I mean I'm not talking Applebee's, O'Charlie's, Lone Star. Now I'm not saying it's nothing wrong with those places, because it's not. But he took me to like nice places. All right, so fast forward, y'all. So it's like a week later. I'm walking into the commissary because I'm on cloud nine. Like this boy is treating me so well. This boy treating me so well. I'm on cloud nine. And what makes it even better is that I wanted him, and I got what I want. Like y'all know, I don't have to explain. I'm on cloud nine. I walk into the commissary, and then the boy was like, the one I was going back him, he touched me like as soon as I got in line. It was the way that he touched me that like blew me. And so I had looked and I was like, hey, such and such, how are you doing? And so he got his lips like puckered up. And he like this. And I was like, huh? Like, what are you doing that for? And he just like, so I was just like, hi? Like, what's up? Like, hi? So I was like, if you got something to say, can you say what you gotta say? So he was just like, I just think certain stuff is funny. So yeah, guys, I'm sitting there dumbfounded, like, what are you talking about? I just think certain things is funny. I'm like, huh? He just kept repeating himself. So y'all, okay, he didn't say nothing. So I just turned my back to him and I'm just like, I'm waiting for my next customer, y'all. So I'm minding my business. Y'all, all throughout the day, he kept saying, I just think it's funny how people like to lie. Like, y'all, when I tell y'all, I heard it all day. Like, I'm minding my business, he in line, he talking to my best friend. I just think it's funny how people like to lie. Like, are you talking about me because I never liked you. What are you talking about? So, whatever. Cool, whatever. I'm on my business. 30 minutes later, he talking to my mama. I just think it's so funny how some people like to lie. I'm looking back at my mom, and I chuckled at her. She chuckled at me. Then I rolled my eyes, and I was like, okay. All right, cool. Why are you telling my mom about this? I don't like that, but okay. Cool. Y'all, lunchtime rolling around. We're in the break room, and he looked at me, and he said, I just think it's so funny how some people like to lie. Turn his neck and start eating his food. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm watching my show on Netflix, so I'm like, okay, minding my business, y'all. Cool. Go back into work, bagging. He's sitting next to me, and we're in front of the cashier. He's like, I just think it's funny how some people like to lie. It's so like, what the fuck? So I said, who are you talking about? Because at this point, yeah, who are you talking about? So he was just like, after I talked to your sister, I think I'll let you know. So I was just like, okay. Because I'm thinking, okay, he ain't talking about me. All right, cool. I'll continue to bag. Cool. Come back in. He come back in. I see him standing next to my sister in line. He's like, I just think it's funny how some people like to lie. So I was just like, I'm looking up because now I'm very intrigued. Because who is this person? And why do you keep telling the whole commissary? So my sister's like, who are you talking about? And he was just like, you don't know? And she was like, no. He was like, you're the main one that gotta know. And she was like, what are you talking about? Because he was just trying to say, like, basically, this person is close to you and this person don't lie to you. That's what really what he was saying. So she's like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I'm gonna leave it alone. She was like, okay. All right. And then my sister walked off. We finally are bagging together again. And I said, hey, I really want to know what you're talking about and who you're talking about, because at this point, like, I really do feel like you're talking about me because of what you said in the line earlier. And so he was just like, yeah, I'm glad you finally picked up because, yeah, let's talk about you. So I was like, me, I lied to you. What did I lie about? And he was like, don't act like you don't know. And so I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Can you please let me know? And he was like, okay, well, since you want to act slow, and I hate when people call me slow. Yeah, it's really my pet peeve. He was just like, since you want to act slow, I guess I'll have to spell it out for you. And I was like, spell it out. So he was just like, the other day you told me you got a $20 tip. But everyone keeps telling me that you actually got a $50 tip. If you're gonna lie, then you don't need to be telling people your business. And so I looked at him and I'm just like, I'm like, fuck, who the fuck ran back and told him that I got a 50 instead of a 20? Because now I'm not even like looking back at myself like, dang, okay, well, you did fuck up. No, I'm like, I told such and such and such and such and such and such. And so like I'm going through my head, I'm blaming people. I'm just like, what? Did this fucking go and tell him? Did this motherfucking go and tell him? Like, I'm like shifting the blame on everybody. So I'm like, well, who told you? And he was just like, I'm not gonna tell you who told me, but I'm gonna let you know that it was more than one person. I'm just trying to tell you, you probably should close your mouth. So I'm sitting there bewildered, y'all. I am just bewildered. I'm just like, oh my gosh, who went and told this boy? Because that was none. Y'all should never did that. Like, everyone knew that I took model from him. Like, everyone knew, so why did you? I was shifting the blame on everybody, y'all. So me and him, we started like arguing, like really bad at the cash register, to the point where this boy, I see him. Y'all know how boys they do that thing where they gather up all the spit in their mouth and they're about to get out.